Hello, favorite people. It's your favorite girl, Bellamy, and this is the Young Man's Corner podcast. Welcome to another exciting, interesting, amazing, art-to-art, thought-provoking, community-oriented episode of the Young Man's Corner podcast. It's such a delight to always talk to you, to always come here to share with you my favorite person in the world, with you my special corner with the one we share in the corner with me. It's your favorite girl, Bellamy, today, and it's another time for me to share and say a big thank you. I know by the flyer you already know the title for this particular episode, but yes, I will tell you the theme for the month of April and also tell you the topic for this particular episode, right? So the topic for this episode is the power of us, a love letter from your favorite girl to my favorite person. Are you excited? Because I am. But before we get to all of those beautiful stuffs, before we get to talking and really sharing and talking about community building and all the things I've learned as the host of the Young Man's Corner podcast, I really want to first of all appreciate everyone who listened to the development series and also gave their comments. I love that every of my community member, everyone connected to Young Man's Corner podcast is interested in also learning as much as I am also interested in sharing and also going extra miles to do these things. You guys give me a reason to be encouraged to go further, and I'm really excited, and I want to say a big thank you to you. One of the episode we dropped last week, we had 16 comments. You see, it's not about they are dropping comments. It's the fact that my community members are yielding. I know of times where people will just listen and just listen for listening's sake, but dropping comments, sharing as much with me and the team of the Young Man's Corner podcast, that's something, and I'm really excited, and I just want to say thank you. It was not just about the listen, it was about the comment as well, because you did not just listen and just say, I beg, I don't listen, Jerry, make I come out. You also shared. I was reading some comments and I'm like, these are my community members. These are really my community members. And that I'm also dedicating the month of April as a month where we have the heart-to-heart conversation, where I would hear from you and you also hear from me as well. We might not be having so many episodes, might not be listening to my voice as much, but you'll be seeing my hand everywhere, and I'll also be seeing yours too as well. And that is why this month is really dedicated to community building. I'm really excited. So let's get right into the conversation. This month is themed community building, and I'm really excited about it because I will not just be sharing, I will also be listening to my favorite person in the world share as well. I would also be hearing your thoughts, see your thought process, see how far you've grown, see how long you've been listening, and all those beautiful stuff. Today's particular episode is a love letter. So are you ready to listen to my love letter to you, my favorite person in the world? This is the power of us. Welcome. And also, before I get to sending a love letter to you, my favorite person, I want to tell you that if you are not following the Young Man's Corner podcast on all of our social media platforms, please, what are you doing with your follow button? What are you doing? No, just tell me. No, I'm not judging you. Shading kwa. It cannot be from me. But yes, I really desire that you follow the Young Man's Corner podcast, because that is where all of the juicy things are going to be happening this month of April. And I do not want you to miss out. So please do well to follow the Young Man's Corner podcast on all of our social media platforms. On Instagram at Young Minds Corner _podcast, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, the Young Mind Corner _podcast as well. Okay, so please do well to follow us as we get right into the conversation for today. Starting the Young Man's Corner podcast, I started as the Gist with Biolami. So it was just a community of fellow ranters that listen to a lady who rants, a lady who just have a mic or have the desire to talk and never want to be silenced. That was what I started with. I never knew what was called community or people actually resonating with how you're sharing or what you were sharing. It was just me wanting to share, wanting to grow, wanting to be a talkative. But like, as times actually goes, I remember when the Young Man's Corner, this to Biola Me podcast transitioned to the Young Man's Corner podcast, I got quite a number of comments from people reaching out to me and telling me, oh Biola, you are doing so great, why did you change? Oh, I love the sound of the Gist with Biola Me podcast, but the Young Man's Corner podcast is also very, very strong. I like the tenacity, the this, the that, and I'm really blown away. I've seen myself do some certain things and people actually follow up on those things, and I do not owe this thing to myself. I owe it to you, my community member. I remember we started as just saying, look, just talk, just rant, and I will also invite most of my friends. Shout out to Ofaith, to Ayomide, to Sam, to most of my friends, because sometimes when I'm just blank and these people will just come and say, Biola Me, let's do this. Let's do this. Or I have a particular topic and I don't want to talk about it alone. I also want to hear other people's opinion. My friends will come on air, like come on the podcast and let's talk. Let's just rant. People that will go all out. I remember when we did gratitude story. Oh my goodness. I would say that gratitude story was one of my favorite of all times. Gratitude story was the story of graduates that were done with school and how life was for them in school and what they were like really anticipating to see as they step into the real world. And if you've not listened, please do also go and listen to gratitude story. It was really amazing. Like the kind of work we had, like video sessions, we had like people at the background, like oh my goodness, we had video sessions. You can go to our TikTok page to check that. My TikTok page, Biola Me O2, to check the video. And it was really amazing. It was a moment. And seeing people really go all out. I remember Atonda was like, oh Biola, I told Atonda that, okay, Atonda, you're going to be part of my guest for this particular episode. And it was like, oh, I have something to do, but don't worry, I will find time. And guess what? Biola Me forgot that she invited Atonda for the episode and found another person to fill up for Atonda. Guess who showed up for the podcast? Atonda showed up, and it was like, Biola, I left everything to be on the podcast and you substituted me for somebody. That is unfair. But like, apart from the part where it's unfair, what really stood out for me was that somebody could actually stream out time to come and support what I am doing, and I do not take any of these things for granted at all. Hey, who am I? Who is my father's house? But like, I really do not take this for granted, and I'm really grateful, really honored to have a community, and that is why the month of April is really dedicated to you. So now let's talk, let's have conversation. I said it before and I'm going to say it again, that I will not be talking as much. I want to hear from you in this month of April. And now that I've gotten away from the part where I was talking about how the community started and what we've learned, I want to talk about what I have learned as the host of this community. Number one is that authenticity would always draw people in. Like you being you would always draw people in. Like you being yourself will always draw people in. So if you're a young adult trying to build up something, you're trying to do something for yourself or building a community as well, be yourself. Like I used to say this thing jokingly, seriously most time, that no one can actually play your role in this field because you are the center, you are the major character in your own drama, in your own life's journey. And one thing I've actually learned about the story of Biola Me as a person and the community, the Young Man's Corner podcast, is the authenticity of my being. With all humility, I'm saying this. I'm not saying this to brag or anything. I'm just saying that I have shown I know of a particular episode that I was crying because I was sharing from my heart. Like I was sharing from the deep part out of myself. I'm opening up myself to you, to different people from all over the world, sharing from my heart to thousands of people, to people that I do not even know. So I'm always really blown away that people would resonate with what I say and reach out to me. I remember times where I want to actually give up, like the days where I say I'm giving up, I'm not doing this thing again, will be the day somebody will send me a comment and say, oh, I just listened to this particular episode and it was actually talking to me, talking to what I'm going through right now. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I just finished saying that I'm not doing the Young Minds Corner podcast again and I'm done. But look at you now, trying to drag me back in. I honestly feel like one of the gifts that God has given us as human is us being ourselves. And I'm really encouraging you as a young adult to be yourself at all times. Be you, be authentic. Nobody can play your role, I promise you. One of the other things I've actually also learned is that community is not about the numbers. Community is about connection. It's not about the numbers we have. There were times, I remember when I had just maybe 20 listened, like 20 people listened to the Young Minds Corner podcast, like a particular, like they've been listening. I can't place how many episodes I had at the time, but I remember the time where I had 20 plays, like then it was 20 plays, not listened. So 20 plays on the whole of the Young Minds Corner podcast, the whole of the GCBiola Me podcast, and I would share with my friend Ofith, and this I'll tell him, oh, why are people not listening to me, this, and he will tell me, Biola, don't worry, when you eat 100 like this, you will not know when you eat 1,000, you will not know when you do this, you will just continue to do it. And I've actually learned that it is how much you open up yourself to connect with people that they would open up themselves to you. Imagine you just meet a stranger and you start to talk about yourself. Whether you like it or not, whether the person likes it or not, the other party would definitely open up to you because you are sharing as well. But just imagine you are not sharing. There is nothing to link you both together. There is nothing to connect the soul of you two together. There will not, the relationship will just be bare, it will just be casual, and you will remain acquaintances for the rest of your life because there is nothing to hold the relationship. There's no foundation to hold it. And I've learned that it's not just about the numbers. I know the numbers are good. The numbers, of course, when I reach out to brands and they're like, oh, I want you to like come and collaborate with the Young Minds Corner podcast. Let's do this together. Let's do that together. And they ask me to tender the numbers I have, and I'm tendering only just 3,000K. People who listen to Young Minds Corner podcast, they'll be like, oh, this is so nice, but we need like more listens. And that is why I'm telling you, my community members, that please, I'm begging in the name of God, your joy is not going to spoil. Share this podcast. We know the joy, we own it, but please let other people listen to the Young Minds Corner podcast. Please share it with them. Please, I beg in the name of God. I am using God Almighty to beg you. You see, please share it with them as well. Okay, thanks. So that we can go bigger, so that we can do more beautiful things with the corner, so that we can have that live session we want to have, so that everybody all around the world can come together and join your favorite girl talking together, having good conversation. Are you feeling me? I'm feeling myself too. So yes, that is basically what I'm saying. I want us to also stretch forth our hands to do the evangelism work of the Young Minds Corner podcast. As much as we do not like the number actually do not matter, but yes, the number actually matter. Connection is everything. I want to also be able to connect with other people through your help. So blow the trumpet, sound the alarm, let the whole world know that something amazing is happening here at the corner, right? Also, this particular episode is dedicated to you, my favorite person in the world. And the 16 comments I got from this last month, I really just want to like shout out to some of the people, not all of them, not all of the 16 people, right? Some of the people, and also like just mention them and just say thank you, okay? I said this is a love letter, so why not? So yeah, shout out to Theodore. I don't even know who this person is. Shout out to Stanley. Shout out to Grace. Oh my goodness. Like, Grace's comment was, oh my God. Was time, like, you would know that this person actually listened from beginning to the end. Like, the person listened. Like, the comment was amazing. Ayomidi, oh my God. Always giving the comments. Always supporting the ministry. With Ayomi also dropped a comment. Adolakbo also dropped a comment. And what did I want to do without you all? Just to mention a few of the people. I can't mention all of their names, okay? So I want you to also drop a comment so that I can mention your name in the next community program that we are going to be doing. All right, so guys, please, my favorite person in the world, please, I beg you in the name of God, when you listen to the Young Man's Corner podcast, please take a screenshot of you listening. And this is our assignment. Take a screenshot as we are stepping into the next level of building this community. Take a screenshot, post it, and tag the Young Man's Corner podcast. Tag Biolami, please. Let the whole world know so I can repost it. So that I can show the world that, yes, I've got some community people right here. Right? And that would also enlarge and make other people know that, yes, something beautiful is happening right here. The month of April, as I've been shouting, is dedicated to you. So we might not be dropping as much episode, but we would be doing some amazing community things, like some rap posts, like guess the word, or what happened during this month, what were the things we talked about this particular month, what was the thing you learned in the past episode of the Young Man's Corner podcast, like things like beautiful things like that, just to bring the community together. And if you want us to create like a group where all of us will be all over the world, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about that, so that we can also connect with ourselves, how to meet and greet. You know what I mean? So basically, that is what this particular episode is about. This is just me being excited and sharing and saying thank you to you. Thank you so much. Thank you for standing by the Young Man's Corner podcast. I'm trying my best hard not to shed tears, but I just want to express myself through the voice that I've been expressing it all this time. So the past 4 years, entering into the 5th year. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for being a community member. Thank you for graduating from being my favorite person to being my corner mate. Thank you for standing strong. Thank you for inviting more favorite people. Thank you for everything you've done for the podcast. Thank you for every time you clicked on the link. Thank you for every time you shared the podcast. Thank you for every time you talked about the Gist with Biolami podcast, the time you talk about Biolami as well, the time you talk about the Young Man's Corner podcast. I do not take it for granted, of course not. And I'm using this episode to say thank you to you, dedicating it to everyone who have listened and will still continue to listen to the Young Man's Corner podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. You know, oh my goodness, I remember something now. You remember, think too much and don't think too much, because if you don't think this, and funny enough, I can't even remember. Okay, let me try to remember. I used to say, when we started Young Man's Corner podcast, I used to say, think too much and don't think too much. Because if you think too much, depression is waiting for you. And if you don't think too much, you would know the next step for your life. Or something like that. Oh my God. And we graduated to do your part, leave the rest to God. God can never mismanage your life. And thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much for every time you've grown with me, you've shared your comments, you've criticized the podcast constructively, the times you've shared it with people, with friends. Thank you. God bless you. Please do also follow the Young Man's Corner podcast on all of our social media platforms, Instagram, X platform. Also follow your favorite baby girl, Biolami, at BIOLA_MMY. on Instagram and on TikTok. It's Biolami02, BIOLA02, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, at BIOLA_MMY_. That is it. And you know, I would always go with this note: do your part, because it's very important. Leave the rest to God. He's your father. He will never mismanage your life. And that's on period. Talk paper. Love you guys so much, and from me to you, it's a bye. Thank you.